Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I am continuing to play along with Follow a Sketch February with scrapbooking reflections on Facebook. So I showed the sketch there. It is a 2-pager. I am not doing a 2-pager. I kind of make it work for me, and I end up with it on 1 page. So bear with me. I hope you like how it turns out. But what I did is I went ahead and cut this full sheet down. I think I did it at 10 by 10. I don't really measure. And I pulled out some other papers that I thought I might like. And I am using DLS's Splendid and Fall Memories collection combined. I pulled them out and started playing with them because technically these photos are fall. I used some of these photos on another layout the other day, but I added some journaling onto the back of this and some more about my daughter and heights and her being goofy. So I went ahead and scrapbooked all 4 of these together. So I thought I might want to use this because I love the bright colors. Honestly, it's just gorgeous. They're rich, beautiful, bold colors, but I do end up deciding against it. I grabbed this yellow out to kind of do a matte behind that rainbow paper, and I sit it behind there, but it just doesn't work for me. It's just not. It didn't work for me. I really like this floral, but it wasn't long enough. So I went ahead and I cut it down so that it would fit on top of that yellow, just like the rainbow stripe had. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut another chunk off. I measured to see what size it was so that I could actually get it to match up. And I'm going to cut it off and add another piece to the bottom. I'm just going to butt it up to that so that it can go across the entire page. So, I mean, I make it work. It's all good. I like this collection and I've used a lot of it. I don't have very many full-size sheets of paper left. So I will make do with what I have. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down on the bottom. I will have to trim some of it off so that it's flush and it will actually go to the page. That is so cool. I love the back side of this paper as well. All the different lines and colors. But I used the plaid instead. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the adhesive and put this down on the center of my page. The sketch kind of looked like it, it had the border around the edge and the long strip on the far right page. So I just kind of combined it all to 1 page. But I like the way it turned out. I wouldn't have thought about doing this, at least not at the moment. So I like the way that I was able to use it for what worked for me. I'm going ahead and roughing up some of the edges and trying to figure out if I still want to use that pink piece. And I do decide to use it. So I went ahead and roughed the edges up of that, and I will adhere it down here in just a second. Little pears on the other side. I'll go ahead and adhere that down, and then I'll start sticking my photos down. Obviously, I'm not going to be adhering my photos down yet because I've got to start playing with the ephemera and the embellishments, because I love doing that. I'm going to clean up my area a little bit and pull out my little tray here so I can dump everything on it. That piece I had fussy cut something off of, but it still worked for a backer for a photo like that. And so I went ahead and used that and stuck it behind my photo of her smiling so big. And here I'm just going to go through both packs of ephemera, and I am going to find little bits and pieces that I make work. I mean, they're perfect. They're little, I don't know. They're cute. My brain is not working with me right now. So, I'm farbling again. I found that little note card and it went right behind the photos. So that worked perfectly. And then this is, an ephemera pack. It's just something separate you can get from DLS. And I grabbed a couple of the darker teal, tags out of it and used those on my layout because they match the coloring. Definitely one thing that's good, one of the really good things about DLS is they have a color palette and they try to combine it throughout collections so that you can use different collections together. So those tags matched perfectly. I went ahead and pulled out an ephemera frame and I put it behind my photo of my daughter on the left-hand side. And I pulled out a bunch of leaves and acorns and that cute little scallop. That's the last one I have of those. And I'm just going through the ephemera and I'm pulling pieces and making clusters in different parts of the layout. I'm still doing that even though I've got 3 different piles in front of me, you know, just in case I might miss something, you know. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going through and seeing if I can find some other things that I might want to use. I rough up the edges of a lot of these leaves and then, you know, tuck them here and there until, you know, at this point I'm like, okay, well then I like that. I'm going to move on to my next, you know, little section. I love those little acorns, so I went ahead and added those down there at the bottom of the photos. I'm going to add a little bit of a little floral piece up here. And I know on that background you can't see it a ton, but in person you really can. I went ahead and added some leaves up top by that tag. And I'm going to start gluing some things down. As normal, I usually just put the glue towards the bottom and tuck it under. I'm going to go ahead and do that to pretty much everything. And I start here at the bottom doing the same thing, but I eventually have to lift it up to make it work correctly. I go ahead and glue my photos together so that they'll move like they're supposed to as one unit, and I won't really have to worry about much of getting them positioned where I want them. I added some more glue behind the frame there and added the glue to the back. I'm going to add glue to the back of my photos here and go ahead and adhere that down. And then I'll move over to the right-hand side of the layout, and I will start adding some adhesive behind those as well. I'll have to pick this one up. Sorry about that. I'll have to pick this one up and adhere it on top of that. It's just all of it, making it one big cluster that moves together makes it so much easier. I don't have to worry about things moving or becoming out of place or anything like that. Here I went ahead and rotated my layout so I could go ahead and mess with the top portion, this little cluster up here, and adhere all this down. I went ahead and got that down there, and I'm going to pull out more ephemera after I drink some coffee, obviously. I'm going to go ahead and rough up all my edges that I didn't do before I adhered them down. Sometimes I won't do it right away because if I'm not going to use it, I don't always want it back in the pack roughed up around the edges. But it worked. So I went ahead and pulled. This is another set of ephemera. They're like little staple pieces. I'll have them linked below that you can get. And this is oranges and yellows. So I'm actually pulling the yellow pieces out because yes, there's some orange within this collection. It's just I wanted the yellow. The orange works perfectly fine, but I wanted the yellow. And I just pulled little bits and pieces. One says capture this, makes me smile, love, lovely memories, funny. So these are just the little pieces. I'm going through and just flipping everything over, looking at them. But I stick with what I have on there right now. And I grabbed these, again, another staple piece that you can get in the shop. And I just add that piece of chipboard down there, just a light color of pink like there is up there at the top with the scallop piece. And I add some adhesive to the bottom of it since there is so much texture down there at the bottom with the different pieces of ephemera. And I'm just going to go ahead and rough the edges up of these little pieces. And I'm going to add some glue and add them down. I'm going to actually grab one more piece from that pink and coral set that's over there to the left, the chipboard pieces. And I'm going to put it down here on the right hand side. I'm going to add some glue to the back of it and slide it under my tag there. And I think that is it. I don't think I add any more to this layout. Nope, I don't. Okay, well, I really hope that you like this. I did, like I said, make it my own instead of following the sketch real closely. And if you did like it, make sure to like and subscribe so you're notified when I upload more videos. There'll be another one tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.